Sega and Capcom have, flirted with crossovers before in like comic books or those niche tactical games. But fans have always chased the Holy Grail, which is a full-blown head-to-head fighting game.
Right, which never happens.
Exactly. Usually, intellectual property lawyers squash that dream before a single punch is even thrown. But one developer decided to just bypass the legal red tape entirely and build a massive, playable fighting game from scratch.
It's kind of incredible.
It really is. So we are looking at this wildly ambitious fan project called Sega versus Capcom: The Next Level. And our mission for today's deep dive is to explore how a solo dev pulled off this technical marvel who's actually playing it, and, well, its audacious goal of bridging two gaming titans for you. Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah, and the wildest part to me is that this didn't originate in some, fancy corporate boardroom. It was literally just a lone developer.
Right, just one person.
Yeah, a dev who goes by Maddox Ruler. They essentially said, I'm tired of waiting, and started coding. And now it's evolved into this sprawling alpha release under 4CYDE Studios. And honestly, the roster they've programmed is just a masterclass in fighting game design.
It really is. I mean, it's not just throwing Sonic and Ryu into a ring and calling it a day. You've got these incredible deep cuts.
Oh, for sure.
Like, you've got Sakura Shinguji from Sakura Wars and Beat from Jet Set Radio Future, plus Lin Kurosawa from the classic Alien vs. Predator arcade beat-em-up. It feels less like a basic fan game and more like, a meticulously curated museum exhibit.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah, it's like a historical celebration of both companies' arcade legacies, not just a popularity contest.
And digging into those obscure franchises is exactly what validates the project to the hardcore gaming community. It signals that the developer actually understands the underlying mechanics of these older titles.
Right, they aren't just like reskinning popular characters.
Exactly. They are carefully adapting retro movesets into a modern fighting engine. And this isn't just a tribute, The sheer scale of the features is what validates the massive community response we're seeing.
Well, yeah, because the mechanical depth is what elevates this from a fun novelty to a really serious project. I mean, dropping an alpha build that features arcade mode, 2v2 battles, and training is one thing, but they actually built out full online play.
Which is just wild.
Right. Anyone in game dev knows that getting rollback netcode or stable multiplayer working for an indie project is a massive technical flex. Plus, they brought in composer Fahrenheit.
Oh yeah, the music is so good.
Yeah, the one who previously did that legendary Street Fighter III homage with the official announcer. He did an exclusive original soundtrack for this. But I look at all this polish and I just see a massive target painted on their backs.
You'd think so, yeah.
I mean, usually the second a fan game looks this good, corporate lawyers drop a cease and desist. Are they just racing to get their 15 minutes of fame before the project is legally nuked?
Well, what's fascinating here is the data behind their launch strategy. Within the first 24 hours of dropping this off-platform, legally gray alpha, over 1,000 players downloaded it and jumped into the servers.
Wait, really? 1,000 players in a day?
Yeah. And, like, in the AAA space, 1,000 players is a rounding error. But for an unmarketed indie fan game requiring a manual install, that conversion rate is staggering.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that makes sense.
It proves there is a ravenous, highly active audience that wants this specific collision of worlds.
Because the game is so fully realized, right? And the community is already showing up, so 4CYD Studios is clearly playing a much longer game here. Their ultimate goal is to capture the attention of Sega and Capcom executives to spark conversations about an officially supported project. So, what does this all mean?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, this represents a radical shift in how fans interact with IP holders. I mean, historically, if fans wanted a sequel or a crossover, they signed an online petition or spammed Twitter.
Right, shouting into the void.
Exactly.
Okay.
But 4CYE built a fully functional product. They are using this alpha as a playable pitch directly to the copyright holders, essentially saying, we already did the hard work. We proved the audience exists. Now hire us to finish it.
It's an incredibly bold gamble. And, you can actually judge this pitch for yourself right now. The game is a free download for PC and Mac. You just need to set up a free 4CYDE account on their site.
And you can also purchase Fahrenheit's original soundtrack there if you want to support the audio side of the project.
Which leaves us with a pretty fascinating scenario to watch unfold.
It really does.
If a rogue fan-made project actually forces two rival corporate giants to the negotiating table instead of the courtroom, could community-developed alpha builds become the new standard pitch process for the future of AAA gaming? Something to think about while you're practicing your combos.